All right, look at me, not forgetting about YouTube this time. But yes, we are banging our head against other challenges today, Mr. Defender, sir. And you know what would also help? So by the way, if you guys did, for those of you guys who may or may not have known, when it comes to using my software for the VTuber avatar, I used to have it all automatically open with the Stream Deck. However, what has happened recently is that I had updated and replaced some files a little while back. And because I did that, now it doesn't properly open. So we're going to be so we're actually going to be doing a lot of focusing on, no events or anything like that. We are going to be doing a lot of our effort in the Velvet Room because this was probably one of the biggest things that I've been slacking on in P5X period is the Velvet Trials. So to be brief about what the Velvet Trials are, they are just a special lineup of challenges that you can do to get some extra loot, get some extra things like that, as well as just test out your characters. I would argue that this is a very solid place for end game content. So the goal for me right now is that I am going to be trying to knock out as many of these as I can this stream. If you guys are also curious about the music, it is from the Tales of series. We're going to be I love the Tales of series, and I didn't want to use the same Persona mix that I was using before. But yeah, so this was the section that I was working on the other day, and Ill Wind. So each of these sections have a different two elements that are like the elements that matter. So we are going to be doing the one that encourages wind and my brain's not working. That encourages both wind and Curse is the name of the element. My brain was like thinking that the name of the element was dark for so long, and I was just sitting here like, So this challenge right here, we're fighting Dominion, and I believe this is, okay, Gabriel. Pretty much the biggest thing that we need to know about these two is that Gabriel's weak to, Dominion is weak to Curse, and Gabriel's weak to Wind. So I brought a Wind specialist in that of Seiji, who I can use his single target stuff to try to get a lot more damage onto Gabriel, while with Joker, he can use his AoE attacks to hit them both, but it's going to be mostly for Dominion. And the twins are going to be serving as kind of our utility here. So let's see. I feel like I slightly messed up the turn order. There we go. I knew something was like kind of off, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So we mostly want to use the all-out attacks to try to get the bulk of our points here. And nice, the twins live. That's actually really good. Now the question is can I take these two out before the next turn. So I do want to note, by the way, just so that way everyone is kind of on the same page with this, I am using the twins kind of inoptimally here. And that's going to be kind of intentional because of the fact that they do mixed damage. That it ends up being more harmful than good in this instance. So we want to just kind of make sure that because of the fact that they do mix damage, that they're actually doing at least as little damage as possible. So in an ideal world, we should be able to take these two out with Joker's extra turn. But if in the off chance that we can't, we can use Verngale Petals to heal the twins up a little bit. It may be the difference between them getting one shot or not, but so yeah, you see. We lucked out severely there. Because if he doubled into Joker, that would have been the run. So yeah. Unfortunately, I was short. Ooh. The worst part is that I think I actually played that like decently well. Yeah, so the other option that I could do is that I could just run full sustainless. And instead of running the twins, I could run like Cord, for example, and have Cord buff either one of them to just kind of heavily increase the damage. It's very risky though. But I think it's worth the attempt. Because that means that we're leaving everything kind of fully in the hands of Wonder to keep everybody alive. However, it does open up a very unique opportunity. Because with Cord, because I have her 5-star weapon, we actually run into a very nice situation here. Because we actually get to have access to our ultimate a turn early. And we can do some fun stuff like that. So in this case, I'm actually going to use Unison Notes on Joker because we know that with Cord, we actually have the capability of... Okay, that would have almost been very bad. I was scared for a second. If Joker didn't dodge, that Joker would have died. Okay. I would say that we're in a very all or nothing situation right now, but it's kind of hard to say. Ooh, I didn't have Inside Up. Oh, there we go. So this is what, here's what we'll do. We'll use the ultimate to go on ahead and knock down Gabriel there, and then we'll use the baton pass to get the knockdown on the minion, which will let us get off another all-out attack. Now, in an ideal world, we're gonna use Verngale here. I think we'll use it on Cord. Because now on Cord's turn, we are going to activate Joker's ultimate for the second time. Because it's an AoE ultimate, I'm going to try to take them both out at the same time. Slightly worse. Do I have to risk the Alice debuff? I might have to. So if you guys are wondering what I mean by risk the Alice debuff, so right now we're still looking pretty okay. The Devoted Guard still is probably one of my better calls. Okay. So then on Joker's turn, you may be wondering why I'm actually taking my time to select the main targets here. It's because of Rico's effect. The insight is getting rid of the little shields. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm knocking down each of these enemies' specific shields, so that way we can actually secure the all-out attacks. Okay, that's fine. All right. Use Rico's ability here. Unfortunately, Sage doesn't have his right. He didn't have his right to strike up enough. So yeah, I'm risking the Alice here because it seems like we just barely don't have enough damage. All right, baton pass over to Joker. All right, so this is our second all-out attack. So the unfortunate reality here is that we do actually need Joker's other ultimate. All right, so all of them have fair wins. Welcome on in, Corey. How are you doing? All right, come on, Joker's ultimate beat. I know for a fact it's enough to take out. All right, Divine Judgment on him. Oh, he barely lived. Not enough. Slightly better score, but not enough. I'm not sure what I could change. Yeah, actually, I'm really not sure what I could change here. Because the only other thing I could do is do like a little bit of investing into Shiratori here, which I would prefer to not do. But let's take a look at his revelations, because honestly, they could also just be not great. Yeah, I think I just threw stuff on him. Yeah, this is... Okay, that was not bad. See, I'm applying like I see what I was doing when I got these. I was applying like Star Rail's logic to this. Okay, now this one is fantastic. Because even though it doesn't go up the extra 5 levels, it still kind of has a lot of the stuff that he wants. Yep, I applied my Star Rail logic to this. Because speed, I don't necessarily need as much as some of the other, like, damage stats, like attack, for example. So yeah, his stuff is not necessarily optimal. We can give him a little bit of power there. Ooh, I didn't realize his ultimate was so far behind. 1 second. You know, the one ability that I needed to actually level up on him, I didn't. But that should help a little bit. Let's take a quick look at Joker. Okay, his main piece is fine. Okay, that's not bad. This one could be better. Because when I see that, I think, not damage multiplier. Something like crit rate and crit damage. But as you guys can see, I don't necessarily farm these very often. So, just kind of briefly looking offhand. Yeah, there isn't too much we can do on that front. Okay. Because I can't do too much offhand, there's something I want to check actually. Yes, I have a lot of resources. Kill me. Or Sumi is probably the correct word. You want to know actually... Wait. 1 second. Have I just been sitting on these? I don't want to talk about it. Now, I want you guys to know that this is not like a game changer or the answer to my problems, because some of these knives aren't for like use with Joker, for example. I just never put these on. That's slightly insane to think about. So I just love just the housekeeping with David sometimes, where I'm just like, I'm just seeing like all this stuff just be like partially leveled. I'm like, now that's good. I need to go back to leveling up weapons and personas and all this and all that. Okay. So knowing what I do now, so it looks like I need good RNG in addition to just good well, I say I need good RNG, but I just don't know what else to put on some of these personas is all. Cause yeah, Janosik I got at pretty early. Sandalphon shield boost is pretty solid here. I appreciate the swords dance, but I don't necessarily need it. See, I could open with him, but I don't think that's a great idea either. I don't even know what else to put on him that at least would make sense. I guess Arms Master would technically make sense. I'm surprised that I don't have Arms Master 2 or 3 though. Because now at least I get a little bit of a reduction on that, but what else did I put on, like Alice? Just looking at all the stuff that's interacting with Curse. Let's see. Unfortunately, they made it so like Auto Mat Harukaja isn't great, because if I switch off of her, then for the turn that I just did that for, yay, I guess. So I don't know. I guess I can choose to not worry about it. Because I would have to fuse another Alice, and that... I don't have enough of the currencies because I don't farm for personas. Because that is the true min-maxing, which obviously I should do eventually. Don't misunderstand me. I should do that eventually, but not right this second. So let's see if we can get that last... What's the level 25 challenge? Okay, something that's also only just weak to curse. I can work with that. Alright. Rico, I still think, is correct here. Yeah, I still think Rico's correct. I could go with some more generic buffing personas as well. Or debuffing in the case of like Vishnu. Because being able to lower defense like that much is insane. I could focus on a little bit more debuffing than buffing. So I'm gonna bring Cert this time. I don't think that there is a better weapon for me to bring. Because sure, I can probably bring something like the Eye of whatchamahoosit, but or Starry Compass, but those aren't necessarily good here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna boost up Joker's curse damage here. Okay, let's give this another go. I could also be very wrong with how to play all right, let's see. This feels better. Not by a ton. All right. All right, let's see. Shield on Joker's not gonna be half bad. Wonder come on, tank it. He did just barely. All right, so we know we can take him out this turn. And he's doing better on the damage front. We're gonna get our second all-out attack here. So I have a couple of ways I can go about this. We'll try it out this way. 'Cause yeah, this is during Joker's extra turn. Okay. Assuming that we did this correctly, I think this might be a touch better. Nope. Still not good enough. I don't know what else I could change. Because even that was just a little bit of an... Some of that was also just a little bit of an optimization play to... Well, hold on. What's Curse and Wind? Well, we can always try this. I don't think this is going to be much better, if at all, mind you. I figured that it would be worth a try. Okay. I could... Yeah, I don't have that guaranteed all-out attack anymore. I'll play it out, though. I'll play it out. I was gonna be like, nah, I don't want to play this out, but no. I'll play it out. Because there might be a situation where this might actually be better long-term. Okay. Let's see here. We'll use the petals. Maracunda. The healing is actually like so appreciated. See, weirdly enough, I could see this being one of the few situations where Futaba would be, like with this composition, I feel like Futaba would actually be the better one, because now we're playing around more so a team comp that's more built around, that is more built around supporting Joker rather than, splitting the resources. This would be a situation where you could make the argument that Futaba would be a better option. I'm going to use this opportunity to heal. We know the first one's gonna auto cast, so let's go ahead and reapply the Scattered Plums debuff. Dang, I don't have a good way to down him. That's unfortunate. Okay. We have something with this. I just need to go in with the knowledge that I won't be able to do any of the all-out attacks effectively. Yeah, that should be fine. I was sitting there and I was like, ooh. Okay. Knowing what I do now, let's give this another go. Okay. Well, I'll do this to Dominion. Ooh, I messed that up. Okay, that was my fault. And also the fact that Joker died, I mean, I'm gonna have to restart this anyway. And you know what's funny, Defender? Remember I said, I was like, oh yeah, I won't get stuck on one. Okay. So then what can I do? Oh, right, with Futaba, I can't actually guarantee the all-out attacks. That is the other issue, so... that means I do have to make sure that I have a consistent source of wind. So these two could possibly do it. I'm thinking... this should be okay. All right, first add on one of the other stream sides. So, it's gonna be a minute, but let's see. I should have them auto-target him, I think. Okay. Okay, so like this, I can still get the all-out attack. No, I can't. So double into him we go. Well, maybe we can still, wait. Maybe we still can get the all-out attack. It's rough out here, okay? The ones... We're not in a bad spot, mind you. I just need to figure out where I can squeeze out more points. Oh, you want to know what I should do? I should still keep bringing the curse one. Okay. So the good news is that I stopped or slowed down the not dying. If only Caroline and Justine's wind one actually did some damage. We got a shield for everybody, all nice and neat. I'm gonna burn a turn, actually. But I will also heal everybody up, because I don't want to... Actually, let's buff everybody. Let's see. We'll use Rico's defense down, though. We still have 7 actions, so I'm not too concerned. He should still be debuffed for this turn. But I don't have anything better to do with Wonder. Hopefully this doesn't kill. Unfortunately, it did kill. It's gonna bother me. So if you guys are wondering why I'm devoting so much energy into trying to get this one figured out, it's mostly because I know me, and it's gonna bother me. See, I would use Norn, but Norn's shield is very not... It's not as strong, and I'm already having a little bit of survivability troubles. But, I mean, If it means I get an extra all-out attack, it might be worth the risk. Because I'm still playing around like misses. And unfortunately, the other single target curse damage dealer yeah, we have to do this. So the thing that's nice is that I'm not stacking nearly as many damage buffs. So there's a world and mind you, it's not a great world where I could possibly safely secure us oh, I resist ice. Oh, that's sweet. All right, heal wonder, please. So let's see. Saber Surge. Kunda. I will have another ultimate ready in time. The intel being removed off both of them was actually very heavily appreciated. If we do our Sen's chains here, we're in a bit of a scary spot because if Joker's ultimate doesn't at least kill Dominion, which I don't think it will. If that missed, I think that was it. Hold on. I actually want to calculator that. No, it wouldn't have been it. It would have been higher, but it wouldn't have been it. So how could I be executing this differently? So if I stop bringing Alice, I am going to have bigger shields and just a team-wide defense aura, but that'll be risky. Because yeah, Joker's not doing nearly as much damage, which is fine. Oh, I messed up. Oh, Rico saved my butt. I almost lost an all-out attack because I was not doing, like, my job. Alright. I hope that at least defense-wise, like... I was gonna say, I hope that defense-wise we're in a better spot. We're not in a better spot, defense-wise. I am gonna use this opportunity to heal Joker, though. let's see. Honestly, I think the play is to actually double, it's the double wind barrier. This being like non-wonder is still a little annoying though. I have an idea. I'm actually going to double into Gabriel. Oh! I think we did it. Don't ask me how we ended up here. All right. This is, I'm only healing Cord like this just because I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't have a clue on whether or not she would be fine. There we go. Goodness. All that sweating is just for 1 star. But honestly, for not looking up like strategies, I think I'm doing okay. That's Sweeper, that's Assassin. Guess Saboteur's probably fine. No, I don't think I want to bring the twins here. Now I can go back to my Explorer setup. Hopefully this enemy is not... What do I want here? I think I just want Underworld Fairy. I don't know how much damage this thing is capable. This guy is capable of doing. So I'm gonna err on the side of caution and just not even entertain the thought that I could be like off. Sustainless, running Sustainless is like very interesting. Because it allows you to hit like certain values that you wouldn't normally be able to hit otherwise. Of course you double into Joker. Okay. This thing is durable though, which is concerning. Ooh, forget is actually really good here. Is this the extra turn? I forgot. It was the extra turn. I should have used our sentence chains. Luckily, I think that everybody can take a basic attack from the not a word. Just before we continue, do I have revelations on you? Have them on you is accurate. Is that the set that I want on you? Oh, you have 3 different sets. This one's probably the most consistent on you, though. I've enhanced so many sets lately that, like, the game's like, dog, you don't have any more resources. Stop. Okay. So with Reen, let's see. Oh, I didn't realize how little HP Reen has because I don't have, like, upgraded revelations on her. So that makes sense. So it seems like, at least on paper, that I have to try to live 3 turns. That's not bad. That works. Underworld Fairy, so she'll have her soup next time. I'm gonna double up on the guard this time. Alright, this extra turn, we'll use her to just inflict forget if we can. We didn't get the forget proc this time. I'll heal her. That crit could be huge. You know what? Going after Cord, be my guest. Please don't die. You know what? I got the 3 stars. Whatever. So we finished my first one. The Curse in the Wind, or whatever that one's called. Thunderous Blessing. This one was a doozy. However, I do have Marion now, which is helpful. But I may actually, like, go and figure out her weapon? Yeah, let's go and get her weapon situated. Also, don't ask me why I have so many stamina potions. I still don't know why. Because I know that the pass gives you the stamina candy, and I'm relatively free to play. I mostly just get the battle pass and other thing. But let's upgrade Marion's weapon if I'm going to end up using her in this stuff. The one thing I can't wait for once Mona gets to A6, which will happen after, you know, pulls and pulls and pulls, and did I mention pulls? God, the one-shot chance on that's actually kind of high. Fine, game, you'll squeeze one more out of me. It's not a great amount, but I think that could actually push Marion up a good amount. I'll take 60. So now I don't have to use what's her face as a sustain anymore. Oh yeah, because we beat this, I also got a little mini achievement for that. Oh, this is some unemployed behavior right here. These achievements. Then somebody's probably gonna be like, "What do you mean, David? That's not unemployed. It is unemployed behavior." So let's see. We're gonna run twins, I think. Medic twins. No. Well, actually, yes, because we need some electric coverage, actually. So, party should be relatively sustained. That shouldn't be a huge deal. Dominion's pretty good here. We can take Dominion, Dionysus, and Sandalphon. I think that that's a relatively okay strategy. Wait, why was I forgot that auto battle was a thing. Hopefully I can live with those choices. Because I would have much preferred having the Sandalphon shield out. Okay. So one of them has the electric shield. That's just good to be aware of. She's gonna get the almighty attack because unfortunately the twins used their one thing, which again is fine. All right, now that there's one thing left. Okay, Motoha, you're doing too much damage, girl. Girl, gotta chill. Okay. Sometimes for these, I kind of wish I had like some single target things. All right, that was some good damage. Problem is that there's a part of me that still wants to do the AoE. Even though it's not necessarily ideal. I'm not gonna down them. Did they both wall the same person? I mean, I'll take it. We can't force the down. It's kind of annoying that I can't force it. I think I just accept that I can't force the all-out attack right now. All right. She cannot survive a gun attack, unfortunately. Because that was 100% what I was thinking about doing at that point in time, but at least get the bonus damage from taking her out that way. Oh, I should have used Marion. I have a better understanding of the strategy, but obviously I can't bring herself. So I'm bringing Ame no Uzume. No, I don't think I am. So let's see. Use the guard and keep everybody safe. That's how we'll open. Open up with her ult. Oh, I'm dumb. There's a lineup for an all-out attack. And now I have to try to reset it up. There's a pretty simple lineup. I'm kind of mad at myself now, to be honest with you guys. Because, yeah, there wasn't, like... So, there was a moment where I could have actually gotten all three down. This hits all enemies, so I might as well just hit the one that's resisted. And like I said, I've been using Marion's follow-up to intentionally not deal as much damage. Because we have so many actions to kind of try to build up our downs. Okay, Nekomatas are... Okay. Alright, I know you're resisted, blah, blah, blah. Thankfully, no one's weak to wind. I can use Minami to heal the party. Not having another electric unit kind of blows. Who has insight right now? No one. Oh, because I didn't use a debuffing one. I kind of wish that all these guys got insight. I feel like that would make things so much easier. Okay. We'll use her thing to heal the party. I think we're getting close to enough. Okay. I think... Okay, hear me out. I guarded with everybody because we have a chance with Cord. Actually, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. It's not enough. So I think honestly, I just need to do what I just did, just better. Unfortunately, I can't have a Motoha and Tropical Motoha in the same group. Though, it might actually be better to run regular Motoha here. So, hear me out. We can run Ame no Uzume. And the other two. So, because there's more electric mobs here, I think I would be more comfortable doing this. Okay, yes, that'll work. So, this is one of the rare times where I'll actually attack with Wonder here. I could have also waited a turn. But it's very possible that this might be like how we get through this. Okay, electric wall, that's fine. So one of them resists it, unfortunately. So hopefully there is intel on this one. Of course not. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, devoted guard. Yeah. And I think I can get away with not downing anything this turn and it be fine. Yeah, because these things like hurt, but they don't hurt, if that makes sense. They would be kind of bad for regular Motoha just because of the okay. Not exactly how I wanted this to particularly go, but let's just work with it. Oh, I should have all right. Fence down. We'll use the Gale on Motoha, I think. The Nurse's Light to an all-out attack? Now, fingers crossed that this is enough. There we go. See? I've been, like, there's strategy involved in doing all this, like. Alright, so this is one that's gonna be a little nerve-wracking. I think just using the twins with this lineup would be ideal. So I'm gonna say, it's so hard to keep track of sometimes the like how everything like works together. I think I want that. I figured that the boss was shocked. I figured. All right, let's use the voted guard. The late game electric ones are going to be the scary ones. Hold on, before we do anything else, I have to remember that I have to use her, like, the navigator stuff too. Like, like, the intel is there, it's just not always there. Alright, as long as I'm always attacking for weakness damage, which it seems like I am, this shouldn't be world ending. I just remember like when I first did this that I knew I was trying to get out of this just alive. Agidai was kind of toxic right then. Okay. Using the twins inoptimally has actually been very beneficial, weirdly enough. There we go. Yeah, using the twins inoptimally has been, like, not the worst. So now they're both light. So now I could actually switch back to tropical. Like, tropical chord Marion. Okay. With all the extra protection that I've just been able to give with Wonder and then like with everything else, this has not been the worst thing. Ooh, nice all-out attack. Okay, now that was just rude. I was nervous for a second that because of all the grass motifs that Marion had, that she was actually just weak to fire just then, and that this was just going to be so Jover. Having the answer in the form of tropical Moto HUDs giving me life. Can I squeeze more out of this? I don't think I can. I wanted to try. They're just too low on HP. Ah, Velvet's theme. Velvet's theme still continues to be one of my absolute favorite things in from Tales of Berseria. Okay. Mora has buffed. Action 3. If we use her ult, this might expose the boss. Yes. Okay, it did. I remember for like quite some time the goal was to get out of these missions alive. All right, Marakunda. I think we're okay. Let's see. So we know that melee attacks will bounce back. That's fine. La yada yada. I just know that Motoha is just gonna kind of clean house. If only because being able to spam all-out attacks in this one specifically, it seems to be just incredibly strong. All right, next stage. All right, one's thunder, one's light. Having the multi-coverage is good, but I don't know if it's that good. I think having the multi-coverage here with them on debuffer might work out. I always hate fighting these two, to be honest with you. Or anytime we do have to fight the riders. Okay, the two there. I think this is going to be one of those weird instances where I don't actually want to try to keep AoEing down. Because I do want to make sure that I am getting like all-out attacks and stuff. Which, thank goodness, Rico's so good for. Ow. I mean, thank goodness I didn't drop there. That was disrespectful. That was like 10 or 11k. but I understand why it did that much. It's because the game now carries the expectation that, like, okay, you know what you're doing. We are just perusing through. That should be fine. If it's not fine, then we'll figure that out the hard way. We're getting through it though. And also, the little bit of almighty damage that comes from this opener isn't the worst thing. Thank goodness Moto is actually the slowest thing on the field. Yeah, the one thing I like about doing some of these fights is that whenever I get the opportunity to just do like fight one enemy, it makes things so much nicer when it comes to kind of like strategizing, because like you guys see, even though I have the reflect back from the wind, it's not actually really like that bad. As long as we can keep like maintaining the pressure that comes with doing multiple all-out attacks, like we're chilling. Also, it helps a lot that the twins are keeping us pretty well sustained. But this is part of the reason why I geared them. Oh, actually, before we do anything else, I'm so thankful that Moto has not been the target of attention. Okay, this should be the last all-out attack. I was gonna say, like, I don't think I can play any more perfectly than that. Oh, too light. I wonder who we need to bring. You wanna know what's the best part? I didn't even switch off Dominion for Ameno Uzume. And honestly, that's the stuff that you absolutely love to see. If I remember correctly, these guys have like a crap ton of magic afoot. Now, I will say that having Marion will probably be a tiny bit better than the twins. But not so much better that we'd actually start running into problems. As long as the last boss is in electric, we'll probably be fine. Otherwise, we're going to be playing the guessing game of who's the enemy gonna hit. If it's regular Motoha, which she's dead. Yippee yippee ki yay. Yoo-hoo. Okay. Catchy hook. Corden. It's like Cord is just such a good unit. Oh my god. Because yeah, if you can hit the 1-star by yourself, more often than not, you've gotten all 3. If you can hit the 1-star by yourself and nobody died, but Tropical Motoha was by far one of my strongest characters. So, all right, time for the scary one. We actually don't have a lot of light coverage, so I think I do have to actually pull out Marion for this. Which is a touch stressful because I'm... Let's see. All right. So let's see what we can do. No one is shocked yet. Okay. All right, sweet. No one has their inside intel or whatever it's called anymore. So we could actually set up for a nice all-out attack. Yeah, Beelzebub is, I don't even know if I said that right. Bugman, little spooky. Are you kidding me? Okay. It's fine. I'd rather see the fight through than complain and worry about something that may actually be nothing. Ooh, technical. All right. Another all-out attack should be pretty good here, I would think. Marion's so adorable. I'm doing this mostly to raise up Motoha's max HP. Okay, as long as no more people were dizzy. Okay. Okay. I think with Marion here, we can actually just about set up for just a third all-out attack. A bit of a risky play, but I would like to think that everything's low enough. Yepers! I was gonna say, was gonna say, please let everything be low enough. All right, last stage. Of course. Okay. I'm gonna need to pull out as much damage as I can out of where's Ame no Uzume? I understand that I can be blind sometimes, but goodness. I forgot what the main buffing ability of the you know. All right, I'll take out the filter. 1, 2, 3. Okay, bring the twins out. We have Rico. We have everyone has a source of electricity. Okay. That's the good news. Okay, with Motoha's ultimate on the horizon. You see, I don't see the sad thing is that I didn't want to blow her ultimate right away. I wanted to get it under a buff. But this is more like the strategy that I have been actively adopting here has been focusing a lot more on just getting as many all-out attacks as I can. Which I think has been a pretty effective strategy thus far. The only thing that is kind of scary about this boss is that. I mean, kind of put simply, it's legit the fact that he almost one-shot Cord through a shield. Luckily, we do have the twins that are accommodating with a little bit of healing. So I'm not too worried about it just quite yet. All right, all the weakness damage is coming through fairly nicely. And I'm gonna do Raccoonda here. I was gonna say, David, please don't regret using Raccoonda there. Heal Cord. So if I want to keep a similar pace to what I have been doing, I'm gonna have to use Cord's attack here. I'll be honest with you guys, I just wanted to make sure that my mic was still, like, on. I would have been very, very sad with myself if I've just been doing this, the whole thing, like, mic not on. All right. Looks like one more attack should do the trick. That one I just kind of blitzed through. Thunder's Blessing? So this game is telling me that, David, you've just been sleeping on just all of this, because now we're on Nuclear Winter, which sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. Fire and Ice and Nuke, which gives us buffing the buffing Caroline and whatchamahoozums. Now that I understand this game a bit more, I know I need Bishamoten first, Sandalphon second, and because we're fighting two things, Cert should be good. Shun is still so fast because I gave him speed boots. And don't worry, guys, I had known for quite some time that there was not music going on. Right, I forgot my Makoto's A1 because I got the thing. So I'm not actually trying to use the effects of like Bishamoten and stuff. I'm mostly using that to just give Makoto her buff. Alright. And then Shun over here with ice. Yeah, I kind of have to be careful with how much damage I'm actually using with Makoto. Should be fine though. So, unfortunately, the weakness did damage matters way too much, so I'm just actually going to chill with Makoto and, good call. Oh no. I forgot about that. But it's okay. It's okay, we still winning. There's been so many just small spare moments where I forget that my twins are A1. Alright, is it more nuclear or more winter? Okay, more winter. So then, who's in? I guess I can do this. I mean, Jack Frost is probably fine here. Oh yeah, and the good news is that this also improves like party damage, so I'm not even stressing. Six, so she needs 10. Did Wonder even get to have a turn? No, because King Frost, I forgot, Wonder is currently slow as molasses right now. He was so slow they didn't even get to have a first turn. I will say that is diabolical. Yeah, nuclear winter I shouldn't have had as much trouble with as I did in the past, because realistically, why should I have had trouble with this? Who knows? All right. Oh. That winter crystal is very much so appreciated. It's just... Ooh, okay, double ice. Not great. I want to save this information for now. I am going to pull out of this because I do want to make an adjustment to King Frost. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of keep fumbling all over the place. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. So there's one thing that I want to do in regards to like a major... All right, King Frost, if I'm going to use you, right? We can't be having that minus speed. So even though the ironclad defense, like, I get you, you ate with that a little bit, but we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that here. Can't wait until I'm actually like full cleared and done for now. I wish these two were just weak to nuke instead. See, there we go. We got enough speed now to where Wonder will actually have a turn. Do I want to use Frost Lily here? No, I think I just want her to get her ice crystals going. I was wondering actually if I was weak to fire. Glad to know I'm not. Okay. What can we do here? I think hitting the guy with an actual down counter would be a good start. You can use Katone's ulti. Thank you for giving the one more to the actual opponent that's like not downed. Probably should have just killed the one. Oops. Why the Bufu dimes? What did she do? That was like low-key kind of offensive. Alright, I'm just happy that I'm now at a point where I can thankfully make the argument that like, hey, my characters are now at the least strong enough to accommodate for like these missions. And I think a part of it's also just because I've become a better player with regards to this game. Because a lot of these I'm just doing manually while talking at that. Okay. Next stage, are we back to nukes? Nope, we're still nice. So there is a world where Cord could be a better option. But I'm relying very heavily on the... Sorry, relying very that took me for a loop. But like Cord would likely be better here, for instance, just buffing Kotone up. Thankfully, with King Frost, I don't have to worry nearly as much. Okay, no, David, remember the order of operations. You see the Navigator, you interact with Navigator, because cooldowns are a thing that exist. Yeah, I've noticed that at least with a couple of these fights in P5X that it's a little bit more rarer to want to hold your abilities, but when they do, it does make a significant difference. All right, Durandal of Ice. We're almost done fighting Cert. Evil for that. Honestly, I think it's kind of funny that I'm just using Shun as a damage dealer. It's working. He's also just a really nice panic healer. Because of him, I didn't feel like I was particularly in danger. So now we are in Ice and Nuke Town. So now back to what I was doing originally with where are you at? Bishamoten, Sandalphon, and we could do Sir, we could do Janasik. We could also do Dominion. I think I value lowering their defenses more than buffing our attack. Just on average, that's generally the person that I am. So Bishamoten is... Oh, Bishamoten. Okay. Oh, Makoto. I am going to use the Sanction Drift here to, like, pump up some damage. See, Imperial Purge would be fantastic here, but I can't really anticipate the survivability of my team. Like I said, because, like, if I did Bishamoten there, my team would be gone. Oh. Okay, Makoto, I didn't realize it was in fact that serious. If I had known it was in fact that serious, I probably would have used Shun's ultimate, to be honest with you. Yeah, I didn't realize that Makoto was gonna one-shot him with her ult. Goodness gracious. Let's try that again, but with like less of all that. Okay. Actually, you know what? That run could have been preserved if I actually like tried to preserve it. Because if I had actually tried to preserve it, I just guard with Makoto. Cause like, sure, I can just use Sanction Drift and get the debuffs on the guy going. Okay. So we can use... Oh, we actually can't use Plum yet. These mixed ones are the scary ones, to be honest with you guys. Okay, knowing what I do now, I'm just gonna use Shun's ultimate here. Still does an okay amount of damage. We can still get the all-out attack. Because now I can have Makoto switch gears. Because Makoto could just take this thing out right here. I just don't think that that would be the most efficient use of my resources. There we go. I appreciate that the twins like pseudo break the game with how they work. Okay. I think that this will be a fine enough team. Let's see. Can I down all three of them? I think without Rico or with Rico, the answer was still going to be yes. It's just that Rico would make this easier. Because I'm pretty sure that I just down Seiryu. Makoto focuses on trying to... Oh, gee, thanks. Oh, right, I forgot the twins are a shielder right now. Okay. Knowing Makoto's ult is going to one-shot somebody, let's make sure it's one-shotting somebody I down. Yeah, the twins in a nuke team kind of goes crazy. Because this is about to get Yeah, 51k multiplied by 6. I don't know. They were kind of cooking. Do I want Katone or do I want Cord? I'm gonna keep using the twins. As you guys can see, I do genuinely like enjoy using them. Okay. Was this? Oh, this is the one weak to ice. So let's go for the party buff. I still find it absolutely hilarious that, like, on a fundamental level, the twins just like break Velvet Trials, and I think honestly they should, because they allow for shenanigans where I can still. Oh, I forgot to switch over. Oops. Okay. Yeah, just relying on downing and all-out attacks. The twins add a unique layer to this. Because even though the fire gets absorbed, the ice still goes through. And because the ice still goes through, it doesn't necessarily matter. It doesn't necessarily matter about the absorption. It still is a weakness attack, and it still brings down the down counter to allow for that all-out attack. So I find that aspect of it pretty cool. Dang, not only did you go after Shun, you missed. You missed? Dang, that's crazy. It also just goes to show that, like, sometimes after you get a couple more units, you can go back and do stuff like this. And I've yet to feel the need to reuse Shun defensively. All right, solo nuke. Let's say, where's our nuking expert? Actually, this is fine. We're gonna see just about how much damage I can get away with before this thing becomes a problem. Because we can do the diving raid and then an all-out attack. Unfortunately, we're in these later ones, so I actually have to be very careful about. Okay, that's gonna buff Makoto. Now the question is this one shot going to be enough damage? To give me at least the 3. Yep, shouldn't have even bothered asking. Oh, that was the last mission. Oh, I need to fix some of these. What's going on here? Oh, they're weak to both? Okay. I'm afraid that I'm accidentally gonna... Let's kill the full HP one. I love that I just went back and I'm like, you know what? Let's fix this. Ice is ideal, but having a little nuke damage wouldn't hurt nobody. Okay, it's crazy how good Rico is in this. Okay. So I could hit both of them, which is for the best. So now we can do the all-out attack. Oh, you poor things. Are you gonna get through the shield? Nope, no rage for you. Absolutely no rage for you. And then after this, I can go back to actual hard stuff like technical. Can't believe I'm actually just like getting through all the elemental ones like no problem. So the reason why I have some of these like semi incomplete ones before was because a lot of them I was just doing auto battle for. Now that I'm actually like streaming and paying a lot more active attention, not letting that happen nearly as much. So let's do the twins again. Still have them be support. We could run double support here, but I'd rather not, if possible. Well, we'll use Rico here. And that should be golden. So we need to get to 2600, which I think should be doable. So pretty much what this run's going to likely look like is that we are primarily using the twins to... We are primarily using the twins to get through the psychic weak stuff. While we then use On, who's currently hitting both. So there's kind of the little mystical issue right there, right? Of course, the one group that could deal damage to... Okay, you woke them up right away. Good, good, good. Thank you for doubling into them. I appreciate that their all attack turns blue, by the way. What we'll do is that instead of using the using on to finish them off, I think I'm gonna actually use the twins. Then we'll use Rakunda. And on can guard. Or kill it anyway. Well, I still won. Sure. Alright, just a fire weakness. Team's set up well enough for that. Someone could argue that I could bring Key instead of the twins, but who wants to do that? Not me. Okay, so now we can just kind of do what we were doing earlier and just kind of focus a lot of our resources on to just on. Because what that will allow us is more general freedom, I guess. So let's see. Yeah, because back then, when you tried to do these trials before, because you didn't have a lot of sources of fire. Yako, that was just rude. Why are you doubling ice on the cord? Cord did not do anything wrong. Oh, I used the right one. I used the correct one. Well, because that's a cord, you're gonna see just what happens when you mess with my girl. She and I, we homies, we tight. Oh, this is just gonna kill. Yeah, I think that's a good kind of rule of thumb. Aim for one of the 3 stars and you're more than likely going to get the other 2. And now we got Haru. So because we have Haru's, some of these psychic stuff is really gonna be, I wouldn't say like a significantly easier cakewalk, but definitely we are walking with some of that cake. I'm kind of happy that I picked up Haru. I do use her a good amount. Just not on camera. Psychic damage to all foes. Okay, the nuke's kind of rude. So is the almighty damage. Goodness. I am going to use the regular defense down because now they have the psychic wall up. Oh, interesting. it'd likely be better just for me to try to take that one out. Okay, everyone's still alive. That's all that matters, to be honest with you. I always hate it when mobs like remember that they have like the wall style abilities and such, because then I'm just sitting here like, oh no, leave me alone. Okay, what's our next one? Oh, more psychic. Sounds good to me. But I am gonna fix Wonder's persona to where Dionysus is out front, because that's what gives Haru the damage boost. Okay. So, with the position that we currently have, not exactly what I was looking for. Mostly because now I have to use Wonder to get the all-out attack, possibly. It doesn't seem like it, but better to not risk it. So with everybody knowing Voidal Torrent or whatever. Alright, are we all good? I forgot. No, we can use Verngale. Kind of just deal with the fact that we don't have the insight, but we're kind of very close to the thing. You know, I realized I was not specific when I was saying close to the thing, but we're close to the end of the fight. Back to fire? Yepers. So how do we want to set up the all-out attacks? Problem is that there are currently 4 of them. Which shouldn't be a big issue. Who hits that? Lilith, I believe that is. Okay. We actually took out that was disgusting. What do you mean, game, that I already almost have 1 star? That's crazy. The other thing that's kind of crazy is that I'm thinking about how, okay, fire and psychic, so I should probably just stay on this lineup. There is a world where I'm supposed to actually have Haru instead, but we'll have to just play it by ear as we go along. The survivability of this has not been too bad. But the fact of the matter is that just flying through some of these. Okay. I think weirdly enough, I actually want to use the twins highlight here. I don't know what told me that that was going to be the slightly better play, but that's what I was feeling. I mean, the 30% buff's something to scoff at either, so... You know, I'll take you hitting, Wonder. I'll take you hitting Wonder for that. We'll also heal him too, because maybe we might have to do... I'm hoping we can single cycle this. It looks like we can. So that'll bring it down to 1. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was correct. No, we're not gonna use the once more. Yep, I think I should have used the twins ulti there. Wait, am I almost done with all the elemental ones? Oh my goodness, I almost am. And then I can finally start working on finishing Technician. All right, let's try that one again. That one wasn't too bad. I just have to be kind of mindful because if Lakshmi Bufudine's that's annoying. We don't have any more psychic damage for a little bit, so I needed to use the ulti there. And I'm just thankful that I have this shield. So yeah, I have to use Chord's ability on the twins. You know what? They're alive. I'm using Chord's ability on the twins anyway, so the only thing that's kind of annoying about using it just on the twins here is that On is down at the moment. Let's see. I am going to use Devoted Guard one more time. Okay, this should be better. Okay, there we go. See, we just needed to take a moment. Nice little batch of resources. We cleared out all the elemental ones. Now we got to figure out how to get this. So we can do light, we can do Shun. It's like light, fire, ice for this first one, right? Yeah, light, fire, ice. So if we use the twins here, light, fire, ice, curse, wind, ice. Ugh. Curse. Yeah. Now the nice thing is that Wonder in this case can use offensive abilities. Okay. So my goal here sorry, my goal here is to try to actually get the all-out attack. But because of the way that the lineup ended up working, aw, you gotta be kidding me. So close. It didn't have, I'll say it didn't have insight on it. All right, so let's try this. Because I remember Remember what I just said, I can actually use Wonder here. This one has the inside roll on it, so. I think the correct place to double into this one. It sucks using the twins inoptimally to a degree. But I would rather do that and get the all-out attack out of hitting this thing rather than... Because we actually do have a lot of actions. Okay, that's what I thought. So 2 things are weak to ice here. So I'm thinking for my strategy here, I focus a little bit more on setup. So, unfortunate reality here, Joker has Forget on him. So, let's see. It shouldn't matter all that much. Okay, another hot potato. Okay. So, let's see. I'm gonna do that just so I could... I know I do damage to all of them, but I wanted to force the all-out attack. Alright, I'm gonna need Snow King's protection again. Mostly because that just kind of keeps everybody safer. Okay, so Joker's still not gonna have his thing for one more turn. Though I could, I'll data link him anyway. So I have an idea. Because, yeah, he recovered from his forgetfulness. You want a Frost Lily here. Because now that they're all weak to Curse, See, sometimes my brain cell works. Okay, another all-out attack. Ooh, my Freda. Okay, we're good, we're good. We still have 20 actions, so I'm just gonna opt to guard with Joker. Okay, so these are the ones that who are both weak to ice. Which means this Kotone is the only one who can down them. Which I would rather deal with. All right, there we go. I had to kind of big brain that one. That one was a good. That one was a good one. That was a good one. So nuke, fire, ice, and thunder, and light. So let's just do that. Actually, no, because of the mess that this is about to be, we should keep Shunin, Makoto. Okay, and then actually keep them as is. All right, this will be the last one I will do for the stream, by the way, just in case if anybody was curious. This is just mostly because it's already almost that time, right? So let's see. 1, 2. What element do I need access to? Electric, so I guess I can take Thor. Or should I take Oberon? I think Oberon might be a tiny, and I mean tiny bit better for here. Just because I only want to hit one thing. Okay. So let's see. Let's work on the electric one for sure. And as just a reminder, I don't have to down everybody now. And thank goodness I realized that I needed to bring something electric. Let's actually take out the electric thing now. Because otherwise it's just gonna get annoying later with how we have to handle like facing these mobs. Okay. We still kind of have to fight a little weird, but the fight's going smoother. Oh, he's dead. This thing's about to die. Okay, if this dies to the all-out attack, then we should be set. Yep. Let's see. I could go for the immediate down. That just doesn't feel correct. It just sucks because I won't be able to get as much mileage out of like all-out attacks. All right, Vuln found. We're doing pretty okay, I would say. I'm gonna use Compassionate Cure because I do want to start overhealing a little bit because of the extra damage. Let's see. Let's play it safe. Let's use a Minami's ultimate. I still want to primarily focus on using weakness attacks, so... The data leak established is mostly just to give Motoha buff. Oh. She almost quite literally just ended this thing's career. Alrighty. I have to give 30 an attempt. I have to. Oh, they have no weakness. And he has no weakness. So the way that we will set this up then is that we will go for an AoE DPS team. Yeah, probably an AoE DPS team. And then over here, we'll just use the nuclear team with Shun. Let's see. Yes, I know I said I was going to stop after this last one, but it's more like I just need to be right back very, very quickly. And then we'll do this last one and then end stream. Should be a relatively easy time. Can't believe we actually almost got all the way up to 30. So let's see. All right, we are all set. I'm just gonna run a small ad on one end real fast, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully for good, maybe. And yes, that's me grabbing my formally like dinner. So, we have our two teams. We can kind of take it a little bit on the slower side, I think. I'm thinking we definitely would prefer Futaba on this team. And then probably just Phoebe on the other team. I honestly do not have any idea what to expect. Cool. So, physical and wind. Okay, so forgot who else I'm supposed to run a Ryuji comp. I totally forgot. It's not Cord. Oh God, wait. Who do I run? Who do I run with Ryuji? It's like Ryuji, Leo, and like one other, and that's gonna bother me because you'd think that like my head would be like, oh yeah. It's probably just Soy is my read on it. See, I thought it was so cool. I figured out like a super cool team comp, and I was like, "Ooh yeah, I got this." Mm-mm. I mean, I could do wind. I just may consider myself a little annoyed by the kind of the whole situation. I wish also that they would fix that, by the way. All right. Like, I love that nobody's weak to wind. But it's probably just safer this way for me to just run one of them, like one of the enemies into the ground. Okay. Forgot Core was weak to ice. Okay. Honestly, this might not be too bad. This guy just used Heat Riser, so I'm gonna take care of this guy next. Okay. That was a good amount of damage. Unfortunately, I don't think we can down everybody here. Actually, no, we can. I don't think we need to, though. Okay, that scared me for a second because I was like, why are we zooming out like that? Oh, wait, because she got so paralyzed with fear that she ran. God, I hate fear so much as a status ailment. Okay. We're in a good place. It took us a second to get here, but we're all good. If we get through 30, I'm actually gonna be very happy. Because I could finally, like, start declogging my screen on the game. All right, come on, Ryuji. Team-wide barrier, we should be looking pretty spicy. It's too bad that we can't make him weak to physical like we would with like Futaba, for example. Okay. This should be a pretty okay hit. Oh. I see. Ryuji is just a man of culture. If y'all saw, like, what just happened. Because, yeah. Pretty much it just boils down to shield Ryuji. And then really shield Ryuji. Ooh, that was close. All right. I'm gonna let Ryuji's God Hand finish the job, because that would likely be better for us overall. Because that's going to be a guaranteed crit. Woo! All right. Finished everything except the new 10 that they added. Finally get Geno to, was it 99? That's a little crazy to think about. Something that I've really appreciated about this game for like quite some time is that in comparison to other games' starting personas, I really appreciate that Wonder's persona does stick with him for like the entire journey. And I think that's really cool. And also the other thing that gets completed is my stupid plan because now that I've completed everything, I can get my weapon gift box. All right. I don't know when that EX plan is coming, but I'm happy. We actually made like an incredible amount of progress today. So with that, I think that this would be as perfect a time as any to just wrap things up for today. So I do want to say thank you guys all so very much for watching today. It means a lot. More than some of you guys probably know. And so I appreciate you guys for sticking around, enjoying the game, all these other little things. And so tomorrow, I think we're gonna probably put P5X on a little bit of a break, which is fine. We'll be playing something else, something a little new. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail though. So I guess we'll just kind of have to find that out whenever that finally happens. We went up 2 den levels, by the way. And this last one at 41 is the fastest that everything will be, so. I am pretty happy with things. So, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. I know I will. All right, see you guys next time.